Korean War service members and Korean defense veterans, family members, honored guests, my name is Sarah Kim, and I'm having technical difficulties. I'm Moon and Kyung's older daughter, and on behalf of the Kim family, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the 18th annual Kim Family Picnic. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody had a good lunch. Yeah? We thank all of our tireless volunteers who made lunch possible, led by the powerhouse who is my mom. We also thank all of our performers and all of our volunteers, including the Marines, who make this picnic possible. Now, as many of you know, my dad, Moon Kim, is a force of nature, which means it is very, very hard to say anything but yes when he asks you for something. So as a result, it is my pleasure to share a few opening remarks. The theme for this year's picnic is the Korean War in perspective. Look around you. You see the flags. Look at the program. You see the insignia of the combat units. We know the names: Busan Perimeter, Incheon Landing, Chosun Reservoir, Changjin. The SS Meredith Victory, the Ship of Miracles, Presidents Truman and Eisenhower, Generals Marshall, MacArthur, and Ridgway. We know of the brutal cold and the frostbite and the sweltering heat, of death, wounds, and destruction, and of families forever separated. We know of the geopolitical importance of the war and the fight against communism. All that being said, my perspective is deeply personal. My parents were 6 and 2, respectively, when the North Koreans occupied their hometowns of Gunsan and Pohang. Quite literally, without the service and sacrifice of those here and sadly not here today, I would not be standing here before you. My sister Gina and I might never have had the freedom to learn academically, musically, and socially, and to raise and support the next generation. Later in this program, my mom, my sister and I, and my niece and nephew, Evelyn and Will sing Edelweiss. 3 generations of our family able to sing together today because of you. So today is a day to recognize and to remember. In the words of President Lincoln and the Gettysburg Address, it is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is our charge to remember those who were and are part of something greater than themselves, the defense of a nation they never knew and a people they never met. So I close with a promise. As long as we live and remember, the flame of remembrance will stay alive and burn brightly. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice and your family's sacrifice, and for your steadfast defense of freedom. And thank you for being here today. Thank you. And now I ask you to put your hands together for the force of nature, who is my father and your host for this afternoon's program, Dr. Moon Kim.
You know, when you have children, who can speak better than their father. And I don't know how to say it, but that's true. Our two daughters and a son-in-law and the two grandchildren arrived here yesterday, and they'll leave tomorrow from Boston. It's a great time and the energy, and they came here. Why? On October 1st, I'll be 80 years old. I don't mean to advertise my age, but I like to tell you this. I was born as a Japanese subject. That was in 1944. Thanks to President Truman, World War II ended, and 5 years later, Communist North Korean troops, supported by the Soviet Union and the Red China, invaded free country of the Republic of Korea. They taught the children like me the praise song of General Kim Il-sung. We didn't know the meaning of the song lyrics, but we nevertheless sang it even after they were gone. And the adults told us sternly, never sing those songs. And that was quite a political change in my life. Over the 8 years, thanks to you and those who didn't come home from Korea, I had great opportunity to enjoy life in this country. When I came here in 1972, two things were most strikingly pleasant to me. In Barnes and Noble bookstore, in the magazine section, I saw so many magazines. Wow, Americans can enjoy all kinds of hobbies. I was very much in love with the books and the magazines. And the second thing was the library. You pick up your books and sit down in comfortable armchair. I didn't know the passage of time. In addition to these two things, America has given me so much. You gave me that opportunity. I think of 1950. So today we have a very special program that we'll perform a little bit later. But once again, I'd like to express my deep gratitude to the Korean War service members and President Truman. Now, the announcement. There are a couple of items that you like to take home. One is this socks. This is a gift socks. We have presented since 2010. And so here we have the socks. And then please pick up the bag of the mask. And during the COVID time, Korean people didn't forget the American service members. They asked us, my wife and me, to distribute the masks. So we had many, many boxes, and we still have some left over there. So pick one bag and then go home, just in case you need it. And the third item, you are going to enjoy very unique musical presentation. The interaction between Korean traditional musical instrument and the keyboard. in other words, Western music, and they will find a harmony. And our performers had a recording, the CDs. And so this CD is in the bag, in the mask, their bag. And so if you like to share this unique the musical presentation, then we have some more. And so please pick as many as you like. The very special thing is a community. Today we like to have family photo session, so that we like to include your family portrait in next year's program. So if you like, then at the end of the program, then please go to the portrait, the place, portrait store, the camera shop, whatever you call it, and our professional photographer will take your family photos, and we'll distribute the index card. Please write your name, address, and the phone number, and any special features that we can recognize you, so that we can compare the pictures and your identity. So please fill in the index card. Okay, now it's time to present Honor Guard. Honor Guard of the Metro Marines will march in with the accompaniment of Stars and Stripes Forever. If you are able, please stand up, otherwise remaining seated. Okay, please be seated. Now we would like to present the messages of welcome from two distinguished leaders of the veterans organizations. Ed Bailey, President of the Minnesota Korean Veterans Association, Chapter 1, had COVID, and he's recovering from that, and so he is not here with us. But we have two people, one from St. Cloud and the other from Rochester. First, representative of veterans organizations from St. Cloud will speak a few words of welcome.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. This is Dr. Jim Turola from St. Cloud, Minnesota. I am glad to represent the 1.4 million VFW and auxiliary members today. In July, I was elected to my fourth time as Surgeon General of the United States for the VFW. And so it's a great honor. 안녕하십니까?
안녕하세요.
안녕하십니까? 한국말, 미국말 veterans. And we thank everyone for coming here, Dr. Kim especially. And it was good to visit with some of my fellow VFW members out here in the audience. I'm also a life member of the Korean War Veterans Association, American Legion, Disabled American Veterans, and several other organizations. So it's a great honor to represent the VFW here today. And it was a great lunch, and it's going to be a wonderful musical ceremony with everyone present today. Thank you very much.
Greetings, everybody. My name is Dave Rollins, and I'm the adjutant for the Korean War Veterans Club in Rochester, Minnesota. Dr. Moon was gracious enough to send a bus down for us to ride up in. We have 30 plus members and their guests with us today. So in the back row, a lot of those guys are from the Rochester area, and this table over here, and this table over here, we've got a bunch of guys from Northfield. They're all members of the Korean War Vets Club in Rochester. We meet there every Monday morning at Grandma's Kitchen for an 8 o'clock meeting and a nice program. And Dr. Moon has been down several times to visit with us, and he must like us or something, because he sent that bus down for us, so that was very nice of you. Let's give him a hand. Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Moon, I don't think I'll ever forget your birthday now, because my wife and I, our anniversary is on October 1st. So on your 80th birthday, we have our 30th anniversary. So we will always remember now. So you picked a beautiful day for this picnic. I know sometimes it can be iffy, but today, a wonderful day, great food. I saw some of the guys go through 2 or 3 plates. I can't believe they ate that much. It was amazing to see, but that means you, Stan, I'm putting you out right now, Stan. And I also want to thank Dr. Moon for those masks that were sent out to us during the COVID epidemic. There might be some of us here that are alive because of those masks. They might have stopped the germs that would have, caused us serious harm, and we thank you for that too. I am wearing my Kim socks today, so I just want you to know. And our commander actually couldn't make it. That's why I'm here talking to you. And the last thing I'd like to say is there an Elmer Wall in the group here? Elmer Wall. Elmer? Elmer, there he is. Elmer, I understand you're 99, you've turned 99 years old, and you've got your 100th birthday is coming up here. So we want to recognize you. God bless you. God bless you for your service. And again, thank you, Dr. Moon, and welcome everybody to this wonderful event.
Okay, how about this? He has gained 99 stars. So let's celebrate his 100 stars birthday in advance. How about singing happy birthday to him? All right, will you do it? 1, 2, 3. So I would like to ask you to come here next year. We have already date for the next year's picnic, September 20th. So please mark on your calendar. We'll continue to honor our military, U.S. military. So to show our respect and honor our military, we are going to sing service songs in the order of the establishment of the department. First, Army, Marine Corps, Navy, Air Force, and Coast Guard. If you like to stand when your service song is sung, you're welcome to do. Spouses are also welcome to stand.
Counter march and right about, and the K songs go rolling.
Now it's turn to honor President Harry S. Truman. Harry S. Truman came from the very modest family background. He didn't go to college, but nevertheless, he had a big and a deep love of reading books. And someone said that he read all the 7,000 books in his county library. I love reading books, especially about histories, and the history especially about the wars, because wars are very, very scary, but at the same time, it shows why we wage wars and why we fight. President Truman was a World War I veteran. He saw the devastation and the destruction on European continent. He saw the civilians' sufferings. And when he became president, he saw what's going on in the Pacific. He received a daily report, and he was deeply, deeply agonized because of huge loss of human beings on both sides. And he tried to persuade the Japanese leaders, Japanese imperial empire leaders, to give up the war, but they did not. So finally, he decided to drop atomic bombs. Of course, there were huge losses on Hiroshima and Nagasaki, but at the same time, many Asians, millions of Asians, they become free from Imperial Japan rule. As I mentioned, I was born as a Japanese subject, and then next, President Truman sent the troops to Korea when Korea was invaded. And so I give my utmost respect to him twice, because he liberated me from imperialism and communism. And he has many wonderful traits to follow. As an international leader, he established NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. He proclaimed Truman Doctrine, and he stood up against Stalin when Soviet troops blockaded all the entrance to the West Berlin, which was located inside communist East Germany. The blockade lasted 11 months, but President Truman stood firm. During his presidency, he made many critical decisions for the world of democracy. He said that sending troops to Korea was the most difficult decision in his presidency. So we mean the Koreans, owe to him so much. And his humility was amazing. I like to tell you just one story. After he returned to his home in Independence, his wife told him, "Harry, mow the lawn." Then he went out and he did. And he was doing it. And then the neighbor, who was a pastor, was so impressed, at the same time so surprised, because a former president was not supposed to mow the lawn. So he told President Truman, I will take care of this, your lawn, but you do more important thing. So that much his humility shows all the time. So I greatly admire him. And so today, our soprano, Megan Park, will sing Hail to the Chief.
Hail to the chief of our beloved nation. Hail to the chief in whom we place our faith. Hail to the chief, our hope and inspiration. Solving the cause to preserve our liberty. With sincere devotion we support our great commander. Knowing in him we can place our belief. May God always guide him and lead him on his way. Hail to the President. Hail to the Chief.
Next, we are going to present two songs. One by our the gayagum player. The gayagum is a Korean traditional musical instrument which was invented 1,500 years ago. And at peacetime, the noblemen, they enjoy the poetry and songs, and they also enjoyed appreciating the gayagum they play. And so you are going to see this gayagum and this unique instrument. So when you have longest winter night, and when you are in love with someone, you like to spend the time with your loved one. So this lonely lady imagined that she could cut the length of the night into half and save it for the day when her lovers come back. So quite a romantic notion of all the people. peace in Korea was smashed by the invading North Korean forces. Truman sent you to Korea. Everything was strange. You didn't think about. Song in the wartime, we usually don't think that way, but this particular song has very powerful message to us. One Marine who fought in the street of Seoul, he was at Dongdo Ejeongbu, and he saw the North Korean forces were preparing the fight. And in his heart, there was fear. The fear was growing in his heart. In order to control his fear, he started humming, "You Are My Sunshine." Amazingly, at the end, the fear was gone, and he could fight as U.S. Marine. So our violinist, Peter Ahn, will play "You Are My Sunshine."
Wait, sorry. I just want to introduce myself. Yeah, I'm Peter, like Dr. Kim said. I'm from Virginia, so I just flew out just for today because I really enjoyed playing it here, and hope you all enjoy.
Now time to present a special Marines presentation to show the spirit of the U.S. Marine Corps. I'd like to tell you a brief story why we do this today. As you see this map, 15,000 U.S. Marines were surrounded by 120,000 Chinese in November and December in North Korea in the Chosin Reservoir area. The 10,000 Marines were here at the Udamni, and they were told to move to Haegaruri, but the Chinese would not allow it. They had many roadblocks, and they had machine gun emplacement on both sides of the road. So what Marines did, to the Chinese surprise, they attacked the Chinese on the hill. So by using that tactics, the convoy, main convoy, could move. When some of them was near the Hagaruli, where the first Marine Division was headquartered, they were hungry, they were tired, and they were dirty because they were fighting for 1 week. And as they saw the perimeter, they came with this wonderful idea that we are going to present to you today. Lieutenant Colonel Ray Davis said that we can't go in like this. Let's go in like a United States Marine Corps. And up to this point, they were tired and they were really depressed, but all of a sudden, their spirit was up. They started forming and they started walking, and somebody called to the cadence. And somebody, that's our cadence. And someone started singing the Marines hymn. And all of a sudden, the mood changed. The Marines inside the perimeter, they were really surprised that these very tired Marines, they could sing Marines hymn, and they were marching, singing. So today, we'd like to play the tape of PFC, Marine PFC Bob Harlan of Austin, Texas, and he taped his own experience. And after that, we'll have young Marines will marching toward this pavilion. And so when the voice is over, then I want you to go out that way and be ready to admire young Marines and take many pictures and enjoy the great epic moment in the history of the Marine Corps that we are going to celebrate right now. Now listen to PFC Bob Harlan's voice.
Chosin Reservoir, North Korea, in a battle against the Chinese in November and December of 1950. We fought off the Chinese from the night of November the 27th through November the 30th. And the night of November the 30th, the command decided to withdraw our ordered attack to the north and begin an attack to the south and return to Hagaroo-Ri, the command post for our division headquarters. This is the same location we were in but a few days before. This meant we would have to fight uphill and downhill on both sides of the only escape route, the narrow road we had arrived on, in heavy snow drifts, and guard our rear from attack by the Chinese for the next 25 miles. We left Udamni on December the 1st, and I arrived in Hagaroo-Ri early afternoon on the December the 3rd. I positioned myself on a small hill on the northwest corner of our Division CP at the entrance of the road from Udam. I noticed a platoon-sized group of Marines entering the division command post, walking at a route step. I was close enough to hear their leader say, "We're not coming into this area like a ragtag group. We're marching in as Marines." With that, he called them to attention. He dressed them off and then commanded, "Right face, forward, march." Then he began to count cadence. As they marched very close to me, I suddenly had an emotional shiver run down my spine as I realized these men had been fighting day and night, sometimes hand-to-hand combat, for the last 7 days and 7 nights, with little food or no food, and with little or no sleep, in snow and temperatures at a minus 30 degrees Fahrenheit, below zero. And now they're marching at attention. Then I was shocked to hear someone in the group start singing the Marine Corps hymn, and was very quickly joined by the rest of the group singing the hymn. All of them singing the hymn. After what they'd been through for the past week, and they're now singing? Yes, I said singing.
Okay, now let's move it toward that area so that we can see the young Marines are marching in.
Shape up, gentlemen. We're marching as Marines. Right. Face. Forward. March. Left, right. Left, 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 right. Left, 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 right. Left. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we fight our country's battle in the air, on land and sea. First to fight for rights and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. Left, 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 left platoon, halt! Stay off! Face! Dismissed! Dismissed, Sergeant!
Thank you, Marines, and our Korean friends who follow the Marines. Following the Marines, there were many North Koreans, and they found freedom in the South. U.S. Navy transported 100,000 North Koreans to freedom. Now I would like to read Vice Admiral C. Turner Joy. He gave this Christmas message of 1950. On this particular Christmas in the Far East, when peace on earth and goodwill among men are so fervently sought and so rarely found, it may be necessary for us to probe deeper than at any other time in the past to understand the true meaning of the day. Christmas means peace. American military fought in the Korean Peninsula to give freedom to the Korean people. At the time, 20 million, and now 51 million people. And in the course of the fighting, many got wounded, and many got killed. More than 37,000 Americans lost their lives. Korean soil took them in their heart. Korean waves hide them under them, and the Korean skies hide them in the clouds. There are many sad stories and heartbroken life. To remember them, to give our honor, and also to give our pledge to advance their legacy, our Gayagan player will play Amazing Grace. in every picnic program, when we come to this segment, my heart is filled with joy and grief. I feel joy because I live, because American service members died. They didn't come home. Because they didn't come home, I could come here. My emotional thing is grief and gratitude. I remember in 2005 when we had the picnic here, and one veteran asked me, why don't you have the Korean national anthem? And she pointed at our soprano, will you ask her to sing Korean national anthem? I thought momentarily, national anthem at the picnic? That didn't sound right, but immediately I recognized his request. That was, we saved your country so that you can sing your national anthem. So that was the beginning of the national anthem on our program, and we added Star Spangled Banner too. So our soprano will sing Stars and Spangled Banner, and she will sing first verse of the Korean national anthem, 애국가, and Koreans here, all here, will sing second verse together, and the singing of second verse of Korean national anthem is dedicated to Korean War veterans and those who didn't come home. Now, time for Stars and Spangled Banner. Thank Now we have a speaker and very meaningful thing he has done. He will share us with his remarkable recognition of the Korean War veterans' legacy. And I am honored to present to you Bob Hill of Brookings, South Dakota.
Thank you, Dr. Kim. If you think I could read off that piece of paper he printed, I got news for you. I had to get a little bit larger letters. Before going any farther, I would be remiss if I did not mention that my partner in my Korean War display is my wife of 45 years, Chung Gil-suk. Without her patience and understanding, this collection of artifacts would not have been possible. She would tell you she does not like it, but she's lying. It keeps me out of the bars and stuff like that, so she doesn't mind it, I don't think. I purchased my first item in my Korean collection out here, which is actually out here, is a Lee Enfield No. 4 Mark I rifle used by British Commonwealth soldiers. My uncle sold it to me. He bought it for like $5 at Sears and Roebuck after World War II and charged me $75 for it in 1976. That's the way the Hill family rolls. Two people in my family have influenced my hobby of collecting Korean War artifacts. The first is my uncle, Ellis Midget, United States Marine Corps. He served from May 1952 to April 1955. He was an armored amphibian crewman and served in Korea from June 1953 to July 1954. And the second person is my wife's father, Chang Jun-ik. He told me that he served on Jeju Island during the Korean War and trained South Korean soldiers to fight on the mainland. And he was 16 years old at the time. Although I served in Korea in 1978 and 79, 1989, and 1996 and 97, I never was very interested in studying the Korean War, and here I was on the ground. I served at Camp Edwards East, Yeongtae in 1978 and 79, Camp Libby in Pohang, yeah, you have to look at a map on that one, in 1989, and Camp Casey in Dungdachan from 1996 to 1997. Nowadays, I was the commander of our local Disabled American Veterans chapter in Brookings, South Dakota, which, believe it or not, I've been commander now 18 years. And our South Dakota Department of Disabled American Veterans was sponsoring honor flights for World War II veterans at the newly opened World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. You realize this memorial opened after the Korean War Memorial. I went on a trip on the South Dakota honor flight in 2010 and escorted a World War II era veteran who served in Korea from 1945 to 1946. Yes, we actually occupied Korea after World War II. He was a member of our local VFW post 2118, and I knew him personally. When I got back from that event, a member of my DAV chapter in Brookings came up to me and asked, why are they sending the World War II veterans to Washington, D.C., but are forgetting about us Korean veterans? I made him a promise that day that as long as I'm alive, Brookings, South Dakota would never forget about the Korean War and the servicemen and women who served there. We have honored Korean War and service veterans with our displays since the first one on Veterans Day, November 11th, 2010, in Brookings, South Dakota. In 2012, I became the KW60 ambassador for Department of Defense's 60th anniversary of the Korean War Commemoration Committee. An event was held in Brookings, South Dakota to bring the Ambassador for Peace Medal ceremonies to local people in South Dakota. and Lieutenant Colonel Lim Young Koop from the Korean Army liaison officer to the U.S. Army Combined Centers in Fort Leavenworth came up and acted on behalf of the South Korean consulate. Also attending this ceremony was Dr. Kim Byung-moon and his famous socks. Dr. Kim and his wife invited us to bring our display to his annual Korean War picnic, and I am proud to say I've been attending it ever since. You are here to honor Korean War veterans, and I am pleased to be with you. God bless them, and God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Kim.
Thank you.
Okay, next is a very special presentation. The combination of the kayagam and the keyboard and the shaker under bright sunlight. Thanks to you, we live with the bright sunlight every day. when someone did a favor, then we thank them, thank him or thank her. And when I look at the historical context of Thanksgiving, I found President Abraham Lincoln's proclamation on Thanksgiving. During the Civil War, it was not a good time for the people, but he was looking for the better future of America. Later, when he dedicated the National Cemetery at Gettysburg, he delivered very, very famous address, the shortest one, but the longest one. I read Gettysburg Address in my English textbook in middle school. I didn't get any particular meaning except government of the people, for the people, by the people, shall not perish from the earth. And I learned more and more. The address has profound meaning to me and to other people. Especially I could connect America to Korea. When Korea was Japanese rule, Korean people aspire to have independence. Many people, many independent leaders, they lost their lives in Japanese prison. And when Korea and the Korean people declared independence from Japan on March 1st, 1919, the writer of that proclamation and the declaration studied independence of America and the American people and their desire. And so there was a lot of things that we can find common between America and Korea, although our faces might be different, might look different, but when we share ideals of having good country, living in peace, and helping others, this is the lesson that I learned by learning American history. There are many facets of peace and independence. So we are always grateful, and we like to remind other people that even small thing means a lot. That when you get help, when you are at dire situation, that would change your luck and your future. So we like to remember such a gratitude. Korean people was so happy to see American service members. And when liberation of Seoul came on September 28, 1950, just right today, 74 years ago. At the ceremony, General Douglas MacArthur described how the ceremony went to. That was the establishment of the Korean government. And after he spoke, Korean President Seungman Lee spoke. The essence of his response was this: how can we convey our deep gratitude to you, our undying gratitude? That meant all. Since then, Korea has been a prosperous country, and at that time, the population was 20 million, but now it's 51 million. It's one of the advanced country in the world. So we are so happy to report to you, thanks to your sacrifice, we can sing Song of Love. Love is a many splendor thing.
It's the
Okay. I have this, the card. It's a thank you card from elementary school kids in Seoul, Korea. I received this, 40 of this, and they drew pictures, and they wrote in Korean, they wrote in English, in all kind of manners. And so I will send this to you on over Thanksgiving week. I thought I would give this to you today, but I would rather wait Thanksgiving Day because it would mean more to you and to this school children why we need to express our gratitude. And they mentioned, these little kids, they mentioned a lot of things. Thank you for your service. And they draw tanks, Korean flag, American flag, and all kind of wonderful ideas on this card. So you will receive this over Thanksgiving week, and I will make translation, and I will add my comment on this. And so I have 40 of this here. Okay, so next we'll move to next program. This will, you will recall your childhood. When you went to elementary school, you learned this fantastic song. It's a tongue twister, but Peter will play it and you'll enjoy it. We were all children one time. And so, you know, having this fun piece was kind of entertaining. Now, we'd like to present the Kim family's singer of 3 generations. And they will sing Edelweiss. And the 2 grandchildren, 2 daughters, and my wife. They will sing Edelweiss because it has very important meaning to us. In the movie Sound of Music, you know, this song was very popular. It was a hit, and they tried to escape through the Alps mountains for freedom. You know what? If I join the group, you are going to flee. You are going to go away. So I'm not going to join. Lordy, thank you.
Every morning you greet me, small and white, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Edelweiss, every morning you reach me, small and white, clean and white. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever.
Now it's our Sarah's turn to give you two beautiful pieces. quite a contrasting pieces. Now, the sing-along time, our soprano will lead 3 songs. So please, do your best.
Please sing together, and then I believe you will sing louder than me.
We deeply appreciate veterans and the families because we have this wonderful opportunity to sing and to read books and to travel around the country without internal passport. So we are truly blessed. In order to have this wonderful life, we need to tell the world what you did. And one of the veterans is Mr. Soderberg. He served as a sailor in the Navy. He visited middle schools and told them about his war experience, including evacuation from Hungnam. Our young Marines just demonstrated that wonderful act today. So this is the copy of the letters and the thank you cards and the thank you notes from middle school students. And they appreciate his sharing his wartime experience. So your mission is to go out to the world and to tell your own stories, veterans, your own stories. And when you are telling your grandchildren, and you tell them what you did. And many generations, we can appreciate precious freedom. Freedom has been aspired since the civilization began. So the price of your sacrifice is translated into beautiful days like this today. Next year's picnic here on this spot is on September 20th. So please mark on your calendar, and we'll have a very interesting format. We'd like to hear from you. For example, what kind of songs you like to be included in the program. We'll have open mic. If you like to share your talent, you're welcome to do that. And also, at the same time, I would like to have some volunteers. In order to present this kind of event, we need a lot of help, and we had beautiful support from our friends, but we like to expand our volunteer community. One event is coming up, that's on June 25 next year. We like to read the names of Minnesotans who didn't come home. Inside of the program, there are names of Minnesotans who didn't come home. So at the Korean War Memorial on State Capitol ground, we'll take a turn to read the names. And if we have more people, we'll read the names of Americans who didn't come home in South Dakota, North Dakota, and Wisconsin. We'll expand our effort to remember their sacrifice, and the beauty of the sacrifice is the freedom for us and the joy of singing national anthem. So now our final song is Whispering Hope. Korea, in summer of 1950, it was in stormy ocean. It was a small boat battered by triangular wave systems. It was almost sunk, but thanks to you, your aircraft carrier came and helped this singing boat. And that's why I am here and we are here. So it was whispering hope. Now it is loud hope for the people who aspire to live in free country. Once again, my deep gratitude to all veterans, families, and your support to tell your stories. So please stay in good health, and we'd like to see you next year. And before you go, please come out here. Please get a pair of socks and a bag of masks. And if you like to have your family portrait in next year's program, please go to the corner and take a picture. And we'll provide the index card you write your name, address, phone number. That way, we'll identify you. Once again, thank you so much. And we'd like you to add more stars to your life. Now, whispering hope.